All right. So I'm going to give everybody a handful of candy. You want these? Can you like help me so they don't roll everywhere? Kind of put them in a pile. So take a seat, everybody, at your desks. Facing away from each other. Clay, you want Skittles or you want peanut butter M&Ms? We'll see. So I want everybody to sit facing forward. Sit facing forward in your desks. Good.
Hi, Matt.
So I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting. And I've been thinking about this class as a group, but not only just this class as a group. On Wednesday we went to NTC, and it was a pretty bad experience, not only for me, but I think for a lot of our kids. And it was a bad experience, not because it was a bad trip, but just because there was a lot of really immature and rude behaviors. And I saw people behaving in a way that I had never seen such a large group of juniors before, so, kids a year older than me. And it was a little embarrassing, and we've gotten some snarky emails from NTC, we've gotten some emails from other teachers in different districts, and it was kind of an embarrassing moment for Medford students. So I wanted us to think. I wanted us to think about some experiences. I wanted us to think about some things that have happened to us over the years, maybe in this class, maybe at home. I'm going to ask you some questions. I have 15 questions for you. And if it's true, so put all your Skittles, put all your M&Ms in one pile. One pile right next to each other.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to ask you questions. If that question's true, you're going to separate one to the side. Okay, if you want to cover them up with your hands so other people can't see them, that's fine. This is really for you, for your eyes only. If you don't understand one of the questions, just raise your hand, ask, I'll clarify. So number one, in my time in school, you're all sophomores, so for 10, 11 years with kindergarten, 12 years if you went to 4K, somebody said something to me that makes me feel bad. If that's true, grab one and move them to a separate pile. Number two, somebody has done something or posted something on social media or a cell phone about me that has made me feel bad, directed towards me. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram posts, maybe rude text messages, or things about you to other friends. If that's true, if that's ever happened to you, take one, move it to the other side. Number three, this might be at home, inside of school, outside of school. I've been physically attacked or bullied, pushed, tripped. Somebody comes up and knocks your books out of your hands. I've been physically attacked at some point inside or outside of school. Number four, I think my parents make less money than other people's parents. Number five, I live in a non-traditional home. Non-traditional home, meaning that I do not live with a married mother and father. So my mom and my dad, my birth parents, they don't live together and they're not married. I live in a non-traditional home. Number six, I've been picked on because I have some sort of disability. It could be physical, could be a mental disability, could be a learning issue, could be a mental health issue. 7, I've been picked on for trying to do well in school. Studying, trying hard to get good grades. People call me a kiss-up. Number 8 says, I've been picked on for trying to be good at sports. Or for going out for sports. Or for trying to do something maybe atypical, maybe something that isn't quite normal for me. Number 9, I've been picked on or teased because of who I hang around with. 10, I've picked on someone because of what they wear, because of clothing. 11. I've picked on someone because of who their friends are, or who they hang around with, who they sit by at lunch, who they choose to be with. Maybe because of who they're dating, people in their friend group. Number 12. I've done something on social media or with a cell phone towards another person that maybe wasn't done with good intentions. I tried to hurt somebody. I said something mean or rude using social media or cell phones. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Last one, I don't always feel great about myself. Now what I want you to do is look at that candy in front of you. Look at that pile you set aside. Look at those pieces you put on your own. Count how many are there. Those are all little things. Those are all things that have happened to you. Those are all things that you've done to another person that affect how you act at school, how you act towards other people, how you act in your everyday life. Those are all little pieces. Those are all little things that have made your personality over the last 10, 11 years who you are as an individual. And I don't think a lot of those things are positive things that I mentioned today. None of those things are positive things. And unfortunately, we focus on the negatives a lot. We let those negatives weigh on us. We let those negatives bring us down. We let those negatives define who we are more than the positive things we have in our lives. So mix them all back together. Push them all together. Put them in a pile.
Get in there, you Ricky Bobby.
Now we want you to start eating them. Okay, so this isn't just a you thing. This is a school thing. This is a small town thing. This is a thing whenever you have a group of people that are stuck together in one spot for too long. Happens in the workplace, happens in families, happens in relationships. You come to school with a lot of things on your shoulders every day. You've got a lot of experiences that have happened to you by the time you're a sophomore in high school that kind of make you who you are. You can't change those things. You can't change your life experiences. You can't change what kind of family you're born into. You can't change who your parents are. You can't change addiction issues of others. You can't change how much money you have. You can't change those things. You're dealt with that hand in life, and that's the hand you have to play with. But what you can control is those last 5 questions. What you can't control is how you react to other people, how you treat other people, and how you choose to make other people feel. I think it's pretty safe to say that a lot of people in this class had a whole bunch of those first 10 questions I asked. The things that make it difficult for you to come to school every day. The things that happen to you, the things that people have done to you. And that sucks. I bet if you asked anybody in the school, they'd have a handful of those. They'd have a couple. They'd have a group. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to prevent that. What you can't prevent is those last 5 questions, the things that we do to each other, the way that we respond to people, the way that we make other people feel. What's my number one question? What's my number one rule?
Respect.
And I think we've been going downhill. We've been going downhill. Snide comments, things that we say to each other, things that we do to each other's possessions, practical jokes. A lot of you guys have been going to school together for 10, 11 years. You're probably sick of each other. You might not be friends. That doesn't change the fact that the actions, the things that you do to other people, the way that you make other people feel, that defines, to that individual, that defines who they identify themselves as. So we did a survey a couple weeks ago about how we think our behavior affects our learning, how we do in school. I think some people were pretty honest. I think some people either didn't take it seriously or stretched the truth a little bit. So we got 7 weeks of school left, right?
Yeah.
7, 8 weeks of school left. We're going to try to focus on one thing a week. One thing a week. We're going to kind of integrate it with our U.S. government, integrate it with our social studies class here. Ways that we can not only make life a little easier for ourselves, ways that we can make lives easier for others. I think it's pretty common for people to not view themselves as the issue. It's other people are the issue. I treat I treat them the way that they do because of who they are. Or it's not bullying, it's just that they're saying something to me, I'm saying something back. People don't bully others because of who other people are. They bully people because of who they are on the inside and how they feel about themselves. And I don't think I saw that more than I did when I went to Wausau with a group of juniors, not even your class. And then as we reflect on it, I think it's something that we can all be better about. And it's something that we can all improve on. And it's something that's not only going to make your lives happier at school, it's going to make a heck of a lot of your teachers' lives happier here at school as well. So you guys are all our kids. You guys might not think about it, but we refer to you as our kids. When I go to the office, they say, "Hey, how's your son doing today?" And they don't say it tongue-in-cheek. It's because we really think about you all as our kids, as our students. Yeah, we got Gajewski's students in here. We got some of my students, and we don't have any Vensky. Vensky is all freshmen this year. We got some Quinnell students, some Quinnell kids. And when we see you guys treating each other in a negative way, I mean, that just chips away at people. It chips away at those positive things. It chips away at the good things that make people feel good. And eventually, if you chip enough of that stuff away at people, then you can hurt people to a position. You can hurt people to the point where it's really tough for them to get better. It's really tough for them to be good again. So today, I just wanted you to think. I just wanted to try to make you realize that we've all had things happen to us in our lives that are painful, that are harmful. In those first 10 questions, yeah, I bet 5 or 6, 7 pieces of candy put in my cup. And then I'd have had a bunch of those second questions too. Those questions, things that I've done to people, or things that I've said, things that I'm guessing, like most of you, things that you've done not really even realizing that you did it. Something rude that you might have said, something disrespectful that you might have done to another person that maybe you didn't even realize you did what you did. That might have been hurtful, might have been harmful. And I know you're all 16, 17-year-old boys. You're raised in North Central Wisconsin, and real men don't cry, and we're all tough, and we don't have feelings, and we're all macho. That's not true. Stuff that happens, the things that people say to us, the things that happen on social media, that affects you. I see it every day. And that's why we take this opportunity, and that's why we're going to start doing some mini lessons. Some little activities to start thinking about some of those things. So I think we got a really good group of leaders in here as well. And things that, ultimately, what's school for? Why do you come every day?
Education.
Education, what kind of education? There's 3 things I always tell my kids they need to learn how to do before they leave.
Respect.
Come on, you've never heard me say this before?
No. Respect is one, I'm pretty sure.
You gotta learn how to read. Right? You gotta learn how to do some sort of written communication. You gotta learn how to get along with people. Not a single job you're gonna find in this world where you truly get to work and be all by yourself, independent. I don't care if you own your own business. I don't care if you're a truck driver. I don't care if you're working at a weather station in Alaska. There's no job in this world you're going to have that you're truly independent. You don't have somebody to answer to. You don't have somebody that you